Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Wednesday.
Hump day.
That's it. Very impressive day for World Record Wednesday today. We believe Jaybird may have got himself a world record 98 pieces of candy corn he fit in his mouth with his lips touching, closed fully at the end. The previous world record they claimed was, what, like 93?
Yes, sir.
That was impressive.
Yeah, so we need to follow through, and at least to that site. It wasn't Guinness, but it was another site that does records. We need to at least submit this video to them and be like, hey, bitch.
We beat whoever your clown was that had it going.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, there was two athletes pushing each other to the brink.
Virginia did amazing.
She
I'm
did.
sticky and bitchy.
Look, man, I tell you what, you better pack a fucking lunch when you challenge the witch on certain challenges. She gets that look in her eye. She's good at them long challenges. It's kind of like the bending on the knees or bending on the rice challenge with her knees. That was,
That was painful.
That was painful, long endurance, and you beat my ass, and I ended up going to the hospital.
She put a lot into it, yeah.
From rice.
I was in the same position for an hour, dog.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
I rice hard.
You too. Both of us are crazy. See, that's what it is. Both of us are competitive,
Strong will.
crazy, strong-willed, don't know when the good sensibility inside of you tells you to walk away.
The other one that was insane was when me and Kevin did the pepper chicken, where we just kept eating pepper
Yeah,
after
I tapped
pepper.
out because I saw you weren't going to back out.
But you went hard. You went far into the thing, too, that we went a long time until you finally tapped out.
I knew somebody was getting hospitalized if I didn't. We were at that point.
I had to go to work the next day.
Yeah, that was rough. Both of you were like changing colors.
Yeah, I was. I was dizzy. I thought I was going to pass out.
I thought I was going to have a seizure or something.
I think you can pass out and all that kind of stuff. That is a byproduct of getting too much spice. Those kind of things can happen.
Gosh, I remember how terrible I felt. That was rough. What pepper was that? Do you remember?
That was a Scotch bonnet.
Scotch bonnet.
Yeah, it was hardcore.
We were in double digits. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, it was pretty insane.
Pepper chicken.
Pepper chicken. That was
It's
it.
chicken because one person does it and the other person has to take a bite. And then the other person, we weren't putting it on like chicken meat.
No.
They were just going bite for bite, just raw pepper.
See who would fold first.
Right.
Like when you're playing a game of chicken and you're
Chicken.
just driving at each other and who's going to be the first one to run off the road.
That was a fucking insane bit.
That was.
Yeah.
Thank goodness Kevin quit because you wouldn't have quit until you fell out.
Especially back
You'd have
then.
been on another gurney and another EMS.
They did start getting pissed off. I was going to the ER too much. They didn't like it.
Yeah. The bills are starting to rack up a bit. Well, here would be a world record attempt. It's tied around spice, and it could also be sexy. It says an Ontario, Canada couple ate spicy peppers and then locked lips for more than 15 minutes to break the Guinness World Record for the longest habanero pepper kiss. To comply, they each had to eat a habanero and then start kissing within 30 seconds.
Huh.
Are we talking with some tongue?
I think it was just a kiss. Didn't say anything about tongue. It just said locked lips.
No tongue.
If you want a tongue, go on ahead. That's extracurricular.
Get suits, baby. I've had enough.
Give you the week off.
Give me the week off. My mouth is all stretched out.
It's either Kevin, Denny's, or Suits. All right.
That's right. Something to keep in the back of your head there. That could be a fun one for a live show, maybe.
There you go.
Oh, that is a good one.
I got some emails here. One of them starts off with a very popular subject line. Virginia is wrong.
Whatever.
We were talking about the best sandwiches at restaurants the other day, and one of them included Coca-Cola. And Virginia said, oh, that's a gabagool. And I was like, well, it's spelled a odd way. The email from Jeremy says that Virginia is wrong. Coca-Cola, also known as gabagool. So that is true, but they are spelled two different ways. Gabagool is Gabagool.
I know that, asshole. I don't think they're spelled the same way, you dipshit.
See? You do got some Italian in you.
That
That
when
sounds
you
like my
walk
family at
up to
dinner.
the counter at Publix, that's why I said don't order it, because it's spelled entirely different. But if you're like authentic Italian, you know it's called a gabagool.
That's it. Hey, pass the fucking spaghetti, you fuckface. Come on.
What the fuck is this guy's name?
Come on, you meatball face. Come on.
Give me his name, Kevin.
I already did, but you weren't listening.
Oh.
Get me his name, whether his mother lived, whether his uncle lived.
We gotta request to sit down with this asshole.
Need a little face to face.
She's just kidding. She's really sweet in person. I don't know. You're fucking insane in person, actually.
Oh, you're one to talk.
If someone's at the live show on Saturday, they go, yeah, she's insane.
Some people in the chat room were saying, as I remember, Virginia straight up said that was how you spell Gabagool.
No, it's spelled capicola, and it's pronounced, if you're authentic, gabagool.
Oh, you gotta go.
I know it's different. It's spelled different. I never said it was spelled the same.
You gonna go into the chat room now?
I'm just telling you what I said. I'll fight all of y'all. And bring your mama.
Okay, no, we're just trying to get this set straight.
I know how it's said and spelled.
But also, too, her MO is to also double down and sometimes triple down when she's wrong. So I don't know what to make of this guy.
Whatever.
So you don't know.
I am not wrong.
Well, I'm a shitty Italian. I don't know.
I'm a better Italian than he is, and I have zero Italian in me.
Vanessa in Fort Lauderdale said Jaybird had mentioned the...
Sorry, Kevin.
It's not disruptive at all.
Could you hear that? Sorry.
I might be wrong, but he's a bit killer.
As you were, Kevin. I apologize.
By the way, the Marconi nominations did come out. We were not accepted again.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I know. It's crazy. Another year that drought continues. They're talking about the art festival Jaybird mentioned at the marina showcasing the famous grouper dogs. Well, as you know, Sailfish Marina had co-owners Bruce and Carolyn Witherspoon, and on festival nights, they would shut the restaurant down and serve their version of fish and chips. My boyfriend is Carolyn's son, Steve, and he would serve the grouper dogs during the shows. Well, Miss Carolyn and Bruce, they both passed away years ago, but hearing about Jaybird remembering those beloved dogs brought something back to Steve, and now he's going to make a comeback to the South Florida scene with the grouper dog.
Look at this.
Wow.
I love it.
How about that?
That sounds delicious.
You never know. An inspiration will just kick you right in the nards.
Grouper dogs coming back.
Grouper dogs were big.
Yeah.
My brother loved them.
You did,
I
huh?
love
Yes.
fish and I love dogs, so it's everything I love.
My family was a big, kind of like a hot doggy dog, any kind of dog type of a family. My mom loved hot dogs.
She did, huh?
Yeah, I know the grouper dogs are different. Don't send me an email. I don't want to yell at you like Virginia did.
Got Marius who sent a suggestion for a pizza place for your bird to review. Nancy's Pizza in Stewart. It's located right by Canner Highway in US 1. One of the best pizzas I've ever tried.
Man, I tell you what, Stewart and Port St. Lucie and Jensen area, y'all got a lot of pizza places, or at least it seems like a lot of pizza places. Because
They mention
It's
it a lot,
untapped
yeah.
horizons for you, so it's like, oh, wow, a whole new world.
So it seems like they've got a lot of pizza places. Meanwhile, they have probably regular. It's just for me.
They have regular per capita, yeah, based on the population.
Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
This from Pedro. He said, I have a question for Jaybird. How far would you be willing to go just for pizza? Would you go to Homestead or Pensacola?
Yeah, I would, because I feel like it would help. It would be part of our job here. It's a morning show kind of content. I think that would be a fun assignment. I like going on assignments like that. When we did the thing up in Orlando for the burgers between White Castle and Crystal,
Yeah.
that's fun to me. Traveling on assignment, I love that.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy you love the Crystal Burger better than the White Castle, because that's the way I've always felt in my heart.
The White Castle is a little armpity. It's good.
yeah.
It tastes good. But if you kind of get close to it, it smells kind of
Smells like
like
an armpit,
BO
yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit. Still good.
Right. It's the way they do them onions.
It's the onion. The onion makes it very
But
BO.
the Crystal has the onions too. How do they not make it armpity?
I don't know if crystals did have onions. I think Virginia's wrong again. I could be. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. You're right.
I don't know for sure,
but it wasn't armpity. There was tumbleweeds in the Crystal parking lot, and it was kind of dirty.
really,
It was not a clean crystals.
and the White Castle gets all the shine.
Had all the people were at the White Castle.
The White Castle was fucking insane on a Saturday. It looked like a theme park.
It says the Crystal Burger's onions are tiny, but bursting with beef flavor, while the White Castle's onions are larger and bland.
I love Crystal.
Crystal's a little bit more McDonald's-like, and when White Castle's very just B.O.
Crystal uses dehydrated onions reconstituted in beef broth.
Oh,
And that's the secret to how the Crystal Burger recipe packs so much beefy taste into such a tiny beef patty.
soak me in your beef broth.
There is a lot of people that use the David Lee broth for their types of. They use it in the fries. I know McDonald's is like a beef froth.
Okay.
Yeah, what am I saying?
What?
Broth.
He's all excited. You're actually frothing, and you're having
He
trouble
is. Look at him over
speaking.
there.
I have so many food thoughts at once.
Got a lot of it. I don't know if you are into the beefy crunch burrito at Taco Bell, but they're bringing it back. You're upset that it disappeared. Maybe you didn't notice.
Taco Bell's like that girl you date that's always playing mind games with you. I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm staying. I'm here.
What are you, Cupcake?
Yeah, don't keep taking away shit. Don't do that.
You don't
not
like the new
nice.
strategy they have?
It's not nice.
It's not I do not like that strategy. As a person who loves that kind of food, fuck that.
And I don't know, but my guess would be people get excited about it. It's kind of like one of those things that it's unique. You don't do it all the time. And when you do, it's special. And then when it's not as special and your enthusiasm wanes and you've had it, then we pull it out. And then at some point we'll bring it back when we feel like you miss it. That's the strategy.
I think sometimes they get lost in social media stuff and numbers, thinking that audience, because people get excited on social media.
But they do get a pop for it when it comes back because people are like, oh my gosh, it's back, the beefy crunch burrito. And, we talk about it. And then people run out because they heard it mentioned. And then it gets a spike. And then when people are like, oh, okay, yeah, actually it's kind of shitty. And then they stop getting it again. Then they wait another couple years and they bring it back and we do the same cycle over and over again.
And you're right, but I also think there's another thing that goes on. People like myself who get sick and tired of it. I've stopped kind of going to Taco Bell because of it. I've gone to Taco Bell and I wanted to order something that's not there, and that's happened to me more than 3 times. I don't know. You're losing people like me as well. So I guess you're gaining, but you're losing.
Okay.
Such is life.
Such is life. Okay. Got an email here from Panchita. U.S. citizens are going to need a visa to travel to Europe starting in the year 2024. So if you've seen something on TikTok, you're like, yeah, I'm just going to pop over to Europe real quick.
A visa?
A visa, yeah. You're going to have to go and get a pre-approval from the European Travel Information and Authorization System. It goes for summer jet setters from the U.S. Before tickets, lodging, and reservations of a trendy hotspot you saw on TikTok, you're going to need to submit your application for about $8 and then get approved. So there you go. It's kind of like such as a passport or, personal information, education level, current occupation, anticipation, trip details, and any other criminal convictions will need to be provided.
So do you still need a passport and then now you also need a visa?
It does appear that way. While most applications are processed within minutes, some take longer to yield a decision, and the European Union advises visitors to apply well in advance.
Huh.
Yeah, so looks like a spontaneous trip to Europe may not happen. You'll just have to take another step
You should have to go on YouTube,
to get it done.
look at some 8K footage.
Yeah, but then,
You don't get to go over there. You got to watch it on your TV.
Yeah, believe it or not, some of that 8K footage is nice to watch on your TV. If you can mentally get there, if you act like you're, I get it.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. I know that. But if you gotta,
We've been
pretend.
talking about going to Italy. Would you rather go on your TV or in person?
I mean, obviously, I would like to go in person because I want to try that Italian pizza.
I know you do.
I want to try all kinds of stuff.
I want to walk through the cobblestone streets and try everything.
I want to eat every Italian pie possible.
I want to eat all kinds of homemade pastas and salads. I want to sip on their wine. I want to soak it in.
I want to get an Italian shirt.
I want to see the architecture.
I want to chug Italian wine from an Italian wine bottle jug.
I want to watch you go to second base with an Italian woman in the corner of a restaurant.
I would like it.
As I cheer you on.
Are we still on? Are we still on the air?
I saw today that they're talking about Italy's on fire like everywhere else. Crazy hot there.
Are you at all nervous about the one report I saw was kind of just was a little
alarming,
little ominous,
and how they were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's stuff that we got to look at without a doubt. We've got to start figuring some things out. I think that this is, one of those years where people have tried to, kick the can down the road and not pay that much attention. But, you're going to have to start developing new things. I think that, our brightest minds are going to start looking to say, okay, how are we going to cool things down? And we need new technologies and try to figure out what's going on. We got to figure out how to maybe get some carbon out of the air and, fix a few things and cool the planet down a bit.
Air-conditioned panties.
Ooh, I would buy those.
Tell me that wouldn't play.
Air condition, I think the things that get the hottest on me are my feet, my cooch, and my head.
Yeah.
So if I had like a head, vagina, and foot fan, I'd be good.
A cooch. Look, a private air
I don't know if I'm
condition
standing behind you, though, if I want your cooch hair blowing in my face.
I don't know. That would actually.
Whatever. I have the freshest, most sweet-smelling cooch hair. You would be honored to smell this
Oh, my gosh.
cooch.
What is that smell?
The arrogance.
It smells like cotton candy, good times, and rainbows.
Virginia, excuse me. I don't want to sound forward, but you have the best smelling cooch hair.
I mean, the fucking arrogance
I know,
over
right?
here. Good gosh.
You're flying cooch air.
Yeah.
But
Anna said,
Buckle
just
up.
don't get your lips caught in the fan.
real talk.
You know when you put the baseball card in the spokes of your bicycle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What's that sound?
Oh, you'll hear me. If my pussy lip gets caught in the fan, I will be screaming.
Yeah, something tells me she's got loud pussy lips, Kev, to match the ones upstairs.
Whatever. I'm high and tight.
Is a little kid riding their bike? What do I hear?
She's got that high and tight.
Oh, here we go again.
High and tight.
Yeah.
This cookie don't
short
droop.
cookie over here.
Short
cookie.
Short cookie Sinicki. We know. We've heard the rumors.
Yeah.
But to her point, the cooch air, it would probably do well in the fetish world.
Oh, yeah, you spray that around the house.
If you had women with a fan in their private, and a guy could bend over or a woman could bend over and get the air in their face.
Better than the vagina candle that came out?
People would pay for that. People would be into it.
Okay.
How much? I'm fundraising for this trip to Italy with my friend Jaybird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've heard it smells amazing, Kevin.
Yeah. Nell sent an email. So my family and I are going to Nashville as part of my daughter's graduation celebration from Florida State next week, and we'd like to have some recommendations on what are some fun things to do and see. As Virginia's recommendation, we are staying at the Graduate Hotel, and I made a reservation at the White Limousine for dinner. We like unique speakeasies and like to get our drinks on.
If you are a pool person, make a reservation at the White Limousine private pool. You have to have a reservation. It's like $50 a person, but it's so fun, so worth it. Love that.
To speak easy?
No. It's a pool. It's a rooftop pool. You would hate it.
Okay.
A rooftop. It's very high.
Yeah, he doesn't like that rooftop pool.
You got to go to Big Machine Distillery and go see Colin Ralston.
Mm-hmm. He
gives a great tour. The kid is so smart, so informed, and just a joy.
Mm-hmm.
He leads a great tour, and you will be fucked up.
In fact, I got that smart kid right here.
You sample everything.
Hello?
Hello, Colin.
Hello.
Listen to that, listen to that raving review Virginia's giving you about
I know.
your
what
distillery
an
tour.
intro.
I know.
Hey, Colin.
Hello, Virginia. Long time no see.
I know. How you been?
Oh, I've been out here giving my tours, tearing up the town.
I love it.
Now, tell me, because, your mom and I, we crashed Nashville, and what we did was we did the typical, we did Broadway. We hit one side of Broadway one day, we hit the other side the next, and then what you had said, Virginia, the Graduate, there are some bars. I think they're Vanderbilt bars. They're not too far away from where you had stayed there.
The Graduate, is not close to Broadway.
Yeah, so to me, I noticed it seemed like there were little pockets to go check out. And
Right.
when you went down by the Graduate, there was some place like, I think it was like Dogwood, Nashville, Losers Grill, Distillery, all those kind of places. There's kind of like a little pocket that we had gone to that was pretty awesome. Now, Colin, what would you say? I don't know how, what parts of town you're hitting and what's going on. It sounds like you're kind of going to more of the locals kind of bars. So what would you say if somebody was coming into Nashville, where would you tell them to go, Colin?
Yeah, me and my friends try to stray away from Broadway as much as we can. I will say Broadway's worth checking out, 100%. Like, great little, like, if you're visiting the city, 100% worth it. Like, it's really, really cool, honestly. But if you are looking to get away from, like, all those big Broadway bars, I will say, number one, like, off-Broadway, there's, like, a cool little strip called Printer's Alley, and it's literally, like, right off Broadway. I don't even know exactly how to get to it, but it's there. You can, like, look it up. And I know they have, like, some really cool spots just in terms of dives. There's Bourbon Street Blues. There's a place called Fleet Street. That's the bar that I typically go to off Printer's Alley. There's also a burlesque club over there. I think it's called Dirty Little Secret. If you want something a little more, I haven't been there, so I actually don't know what their show entails, but I know that's pretty cool. Honestly, though, there was another place I went to. I usually try to go to, like, East Nashville. East Nashville is, like, those are, like, the bars that I typically...
That's a little bit more chill, though. That's going to be kind of like the local stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So me and my friends, we don't like those big old crowds. I also just hate waiting in a line. That's, like...
Yeah.
I think that's something... I think I've gotten that from Mom. I just don't like waiting in a line when I know I don't have to.
Yeah.
But as far as East Nashville goes, I mean, there's this one place I actually just found called Dino's, Dino,
Okay.
apostrophe S. And apparently it was on, like, diners. What is it?
Diners, drive-ins,
Drive-ins,
Dives.
dashes,
and dives,
diners,
yeah.
and
Yeah, okay.
I butchered that, but yeah,
Everybody does.
apparently that was on that. So, I went. That's a really, really cool dive, and it literally it's a diner and a dive. You can get some really, like, cheap, good greasy food there, or you can get, like, a nice little drink out of a plastic cup. Dino's is highly recommended as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
And in that same area, Rosemary and Beauty Queen is probably one of my favorite bars around here.
Okay.
And they're, like, a little bit more of, like, a bougie vibe. They have, like, really, really nice, like, cocktails. So if you want, like a bougie craft cocktail experience, highly recommend, like, Rosemary and Beauty Queen. That's, like, right up the street from Dino's.
Okay. Hey,
really anywhere East Nashville.
Can you
East
tell me,
Nashville,
like, the Gulch area? Your mom and I had gone to the Gulch, and it was kind of a cool little thing. They had the pub, Nashville. They had a Bar Louie, and the one place. Did you tell me about the Peg Leg Porker, Virginia, in Nashville?
Oh,
that
that's
was the barbecue
great
place.
food, yeah.
It's kind of a rundown, cool little place, but that was kind of neat. And then they have some other places. They have Hattie's Hot Chicken or something like that. And then
Hattie B's.
Yeah, Hattie B's. Yeah, that's kind of one of the local places in Nashville to go check out, right, for that hot chicken?
Yeah. Hattie B's is definitely a good place to check out if you really want that Nashville hot chicken experience. Like, Hattie B's definitely
Okay.
a staple, I feel like.
And then I saw a massive line out of a place called Biscuit Love, I think it was.
Biscuit Love. I don't actually know if I've been to Biscuit Love. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, though.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, so that was it. And then there's another place called the Bluebird Cafe, which that's kind of a staple if you want to go see songwriters and stuff like that, country music-wise. That's a good hangout.
Yeah. And I know even, like, towards that area, too, like, there's, I think it's, like, near the Gulch. You also have a couple good distilleries out there, honestly. Obviously, I mean, Big Machine, plug. But there's also, like, Nelson's Greenbrier and Corsair Distillery. Those are, like, really cool spots. And
okay.
I don't know if Corsair is probably more the spot to go if you want to, like, sit down and drink. Greenbrier is more like feels a little bit like a museum, honestly.
Okay, from the guy who lives there. When are you working again, Colin?
Oh, I work this weekend, actually. I don't know exactly what day, but I'm there pretty much every weekend. It's
okay.
Some semblance of Thursday to Sunday. Depends how it breaks down.
Okay. Just ask for Colin when you go into Big Machine. All right, bud. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I hope I give some good recommendations here.
No doubt. I'm trying to scribble them all down, so you can show me personally when we get there.
Rapid fire.
It's all good. All good. All right, bud. Love you much.
Love you too, Dad. Have a great podcast, everyone.
Bye, Colin. Good hearing from you, bud.
What a sweet kid.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude. So there you go. Solid recommendations.
Biscuit Love sounds like a video someone would make inappropriately.
That sounds like a girl that you would want to date.
Her name is Biscuit Love.
Yeah, hey bird, I'm Biscuit Love.
Oh, she wears like a biscuits over her titties.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, I do love Biscuit Love.
She has gravy.
Josie was asking, is Nashville just country music, or do they also have jazz or anything else? Yeah, it's really kind of a movie cap or a music capital. I know the guys in the Black Keys, they live in Nashville now. Jack White lives in Nashville. So it's not just country people. They do have a pretty good, I think, alternative. Just if you do performance music.
Yeah.
It seems to be big. People who play guitars. In fact, you go into some of those honky tonks and you'll have rock bands.
It's a sing for your supper kind of town.
It is. It's just these are people who actually play musical instruments, and the talent in that city is unbelievable.
I love it.
Yeah.
We need places like that in the world.
Yeah, no doubt. It truly is Music City. Let me see here. A couple other emails. One, this is a good little insight, Jesse, on partners being honest about your appearance or weight. We're talking about that BB Rexa putting her ex-boyfriend on blast for what he had said. Apparently she was saying that he was chastising her weight, but the message he sent didn't sound that bad that she put out.
It sounded like she calls him chubby too. Like
yeah,
it was fuzzy.
It failed to hit the mark.
Yeah.
For me. She said, listen to that segment on Tuesday about your partner's appearance weight when they asked. My husband has a really good tactic of handling this. I'm pretty petite, 5'4", 125, 130-ish. But I've had 2 kids and my body's changed, and I'm creating some new insecurities now, and I'm still figuring out what style of clothes work on my new, quote, mom bod. So when I try something, I don't ask if I look fat because that's a negative internal narrative that I battled since I was young. So I try to combat that with something more positive. Instead, I ask, how do I look, or what do you think of this outfit? And my husband, if he isn't a fan, he'll simply just ask, what else you got? Signaling that the outfit isn't flattering and I should try something else. And on the flip side, sometimes I'll ask, well, what's something I've worn recently that you love? And he'll recall an outfit where he thought I was looking fine. So it works for us. And to Virginia's point, it makes it more about the clothes rather than my body.
Yes. Make it about the dress. Don't make it about the woman.
Guys, it's crazy how many people struggle with their weight, though. Mm-hmm. I mean, what a big part of it in their life it is for their struggling. It's a big thing that they're constantly going through mentally.
Yeah.
With their weight.
It is.
You having a moment?
No, I just, I get... we see emails like that all the time. I know my family's like that.
It's normal.
Weight has always been a theme in my family since I was a little kid. We love food, but we also want to fit in our clothes too. So you're constantly trying to battle.
It's a catch-22.
It is, but I think some people struggle with it more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt.
But I think everyone on this fucking
Anybody does. I think it's just a human thing.
It is.
You're right. It is.
Natalie said, this is in reference to the parent that was calling about their 10-year-old that was having the recurring nightmares and having a hard time sleeping. She could also try guided meditations for sleep that can play while she's sleeping. An Insight Timer is a great meditation app that has guided meditation options for kids as well. Worth a try for them.
I'm a big fan of guided meditations because it really does kind of paint by numbers for you. It makes it easier. I'm a fan. That's a good idea.
I did some of that guided breathing stuff on YouTube, and that really does calm me.
And I'll tell you this, don't stop.
Breathing? Yeah, because then you'll die.
Yeah, that's a really good tip.
Don't stop. Get it. No, don't stop doing those exercises because the more you do it, the better. You have to do it every day. It's kind of like flossing your teeth to really kind of get the benefits. All that meditation, it's a change of life. Really, if you want to see the benefits. Nobody can really do meditation the first 3 weeks they're doing it.
Gotcha.
And Pedro said, I was watching the ATS and you guys were talking about aliens. And I just wanted to comment that aliens are not real because it's not biblical. In other words, Jesus died for our sins here on earth, so that would mean that he would have to die for them too. So it's not biblical. I've heard, grew up in the church, and I've seen those kind of arguments. I think that there are some people that they're very literal in the fact that aliens aren't necessarily by name called out in the Bible, that they can't exist. But there are references in the Bible to what a lot of people deem to have been references to alien sightings even then. And just because Jesus didn't say, I'm dying for you and all humanity and the guys in the, I don't think that necessarily means. So to me, I've heard that before. I don't believe that way. I think that's a very literal transition.
Respectfully, too, and it's just the truth. Not everyone believes the Bible either. So that you're coming from your own perspective.
No doubt. And
the person who emailed is thinking the Bible.
That's the narrow point of view that you're saying it's the end all be all book of truth. There are still other ways to look at the Bible that way. And it's kind of like you set any object in a room and you walk around it and see it from different sides. That's really how a lot of people view the Bible. You may be standing in a different part of the room and you may see it differently than somebody standing on the other side of the room.
Yeah, I'm not trying to start a holy war. There's some people that just don't, they're not going to believe what the Bible says.
Well, my mom was more literal like that. I remember when we went to the Museum of Natural History in New York City with the twins, Colin and Caitlin, when they were young. And my mom was like, oh, this dinosaur stuff's not real. And she had that because dinosaurs aren't mentioned in the Bible. I'm like, Mom,
keep it down.
Yeah, very literal. It was.
Everybody's looking at us.
It really was. So she was, kind of. I'm like, can we just not hear?
Can we just look at the dinosaurs?
Can we just look at the damn dinosaurs and just keep walking?
Do we have to fight about the dinosaurs?
Say dinosaurs are not real. Everyone does that thing in the movie where everyone looks over at your mom.
Yeah. So yeah. Colin sent me his list. If you didn't get all that, I'll take it. I'll post it on our social.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Such a good kid.
Well, yeah, and keep in mind he's more of kind of like on the hipster part, and they're going to go more to the locals kind of bars. So if you do go there, or say you have a 4 or 5 day trip, I could see getting burnt on Broadway.
Yes, you go to Broadway like once or twice. That's what we did.
Yeah,
we went once. And we were like, all right, we're good. That's it. That's all we need of Broadway.
It is. It's once you kind of had the taste, you're like, we're going back again tomorrow and the next night and the night after.
Because you have that Broadway high.
We're going to keep going every single night.
Me and my sister, we loved Broadway at like 11 a.m.
Sister.
Yeah. If you go early, I think it's fun.
I think we are all early dogs. I think we like getting all the fun stuff out early.
And they still have like great live entertainment that starts at 11 a.m. I was shocked how many places had a kick-ass musical group performing at 11 a.m.
I don't hate a daytime movie either.
I don't either. I love starting at 11 a.m. Get that little brunch mimosa in.
Oh, absolutely. That's the way we do it. That's what we did. My gosh, the Queen and I, we were out Bloody Marys in the morning, pretty much on the strip by 10. And
I don't want to be out there at 10 p.m.
No.
when the line is 87,000
and
guys
it wasn't.
deep.
We didn't have the lines. We went into every place, and I think because we were staying at the Gaylord while we were there. I think we were back at our hotel by 6, 7 p.m. every night, and then they have bars there, and we go have, wrap it up with a little bit of wine, and then go to bed. Boom, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's how I do.
Can I guess what you saw on Broadway? Because I don't know.
What do you mean? Guess what I saw?
Didn't you go on Broadway to see a play?
That's Broadway in New York, you knucklehead.
Well, okay, never
It's
mind.
Broadway in Nashville.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you can. I did go to a Broadway play in New York City.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
You saw Rent.
No.
Okay, Wicked.
No.
Wiccan?
Wicked.
I'll give you a clue. Baseball.
Damn Yankees.
Very good, Virginia. You know baseball.
That's fucked up.
Congratulations.
I hate when Virginia ends up winning.
It was Jaybird's game, and you came
What
right
am
in
I-
and won.
I hate when you win my games.
Gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, you insult me, call me a fucking 1920s knucklehead. You really hurt me there by calling me a knucklehead.
My insults match my age.
Knucklehead.
Yep.
I do like that insult.
There you go. Winning. Very nice. All right, y'all. That's it for today.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to the front end of the Broadway.
Broadway.
I heard Kevin say Broadway. Oh, he's like talking about New York.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was looking at the chat.
We
You're
can talk about
adorable.
Broadway and West Palm Beach and have a discussion about hookers.
Hey.
And crack.
There you go. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.